Every morning you open your eyes is a reminder that you are still part of the fight. You might not feel like it. You might wake up with doubts rattling inside your chest, with memories of yesterday's disappointments circling your mind like vultures waiting for weakness. But the simple truth is this: if you are still breathing, you are still becoming. And as long as you are becoming, you have something left to give. You have something left to build, something left to chase, something left to rise into. People forget that greatness doesn't start with applause. It doesn't begin with approval. It begins in silence. It begins in the place where nobody sees you, nobody claps for you, nobody cares whether you keep going or stop halfway. It begins in those lonely hours where you face the work that nobody else is willing to touch. That's where you find your strength. Not in the spotlight. Anyone can smile when the lights hit their face. But real power is forged in the dark, when the world turns its back and says, "Let's see what you do." Now, you've got to understand something about life. It doesn't reward the almost. It doesn't remember the excuses. It doesn't wait for you to finally feel ready. Life moves, and it demands that you move with it. The dreams you say you want, the goals you claim to chase, the future you talk about, they don't belong to the passive. They don't belong to the comfortable. They belong to the person who wakes up tired and still shows up. To the one who's afraid and still steps forward. To the one who fails and still tries again, not because they are fearless, but because they have decided that fear will not lead them. You want change? Then understand this. Discipline is the price. You want growth? Sacrifice is the ticket. You want transformation? Get ready to burn the old version of yourself down to the foundation. You can't carry your old habits and expect a new life. You can't hold on to your old insecurities and expect new confidence. You can't cling to your comfort zone and expect a future that challenges the limits of who you are. Too many people try to negotiate with their dreams. They want the reward without the difficulty. They want the success without the suffering. They want the peak without the climb, but the climb is what makes you worthy of the peak. The climb is where you learn who you truly are. That mountain you're staring at, whether it's money, career, purpose, healing, confidence, discipline, it's not there to intimidate you. It's there to introduce you to yourself. You don't need someone else to validate your mission. You don't need approval to start. You don't need applause to continue. Stop asking for permission to become who you know you're capable of becoming. There is no gatekeeper standing between you and your purpose except the voice in your head that keeps saying, "Not yet." Not yet because you're tired. Not yet because you're unprepared. Not yet because it might not work. Not yet because you're afraid of looking foolish. But someone needs to hear this. Not yet is killing your future. Not yet is stealing your destiny. Not yet is the lie your comfort zone whispers to keep you small. There's a version of you you've never met before. A version that is stronger than you've ever imagined. A version that is disciplined, focused, courageous, resilient. A version that doesn't break when life hits hard, but breaks through. You don't meet that version by waiting. You meet them by stepping into discomfort. You meet them by choosing growth when it would be easier to choose excuses. You meet them by doing what the average person refuses to do. Some days you're going to wake up and the road ahead will feel impossible. You may feel like the world is pushing against you from every angle. But hear me, pressure is not your enemy. Pressure is a privilege. Pressure is proof that you are in the arena. Look around at the people who feel nothing, risk nothing, attempt nothing. They avoid pressure because they avoid growth. If you feel the weight of responsibility, the weight of expectation, the weight of dreams that seem too big for the hands that hold them good, it means life sees something in you. It means you are being shaped for more. And when you walk through seasons of disappointment, when the doors you prayed for stay locked, when the opportunities you thought were yours slip through your fingers, don't let bitterness swallow you. Sometimes rejection is redirection. Sometimes the setbacks are setups. Sometimes the delays are the universe saying, "You're not ready yet, but you will be." When things don't go your way, don't let your confidence crumble. Stand up. Adjust your spirit. Ask yourself, what is this moment trying to teach me? Because every struggle carries a lesson. Every wound carries wisdom. Every failure carries a blueprint. Listen closely. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of success. It is the passage you walk through on the way to greatness. Show me someone who never failed, and I'll show you someone who never tried. Show me someone who never fell down, and I'll show you someone who never stood up for anything. Show me someone who never lost, and I'll show you someone who never risked winning. Don't run from failure, study it. Don't hide from failure, grow from it. Let your scars remind you of what you survived, not what you lost. But you can't depend on motivation alone. Motivation is a spark. It lights you up for a moment. But it isn't enough to keep you warm. You need something stronger. Something deeper. Something that doesn't fade when the excitement disappears. That thing is discipline. Discipline is waking up before dawn when your body begs to stay asleep. Discipline is spending hours practicing your craft when no one is watching. Discipline is telling yourself no when the world keeps offering you shortcuts. Discipline is doing what must be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. The person who is disciplined will always outrun the person who is talented. Talent gives you a head start. Discipline ensures you finish the race. Talent opens the door. Discipline keeps you inside the room. Talent gets applause. Discipline earns respect. You don't need to be the most gifted, the most intelligent, or the most connected, but you must be the most committed. You must be the one who refuses to quit when others do. You must be the one who shows up even when nobody else does. Every day you're writing a story with your actions, not with your intentions, not with your dreams, not with your potential, with your actions. And every action is either pulling you toward your future or away from it. Every choice is either feeding your destiny or starving it. Look at your habits. Your habits are the architects of your life. You cannot live a great life with small habits. You cannot build a castle with the foundation of a shack. You cannot expect greatness from routines that keep you average. So stop saying you want change while living in patterns that guarantee sameness. Stop claiming you're ready while clinging to behaviors that hold you back. Stop wishing for better while refusing to become better. You want a new year, a new life, a new chapter? Then let the old one end. Don't drag old excuses into a new season. Don't bring old fears into a new journey. Don't bring old weakness into a new identity. There's a reason some people stay stuck. They are loyal to their limitations. They defend their excuses more passionately than their dreams. They argue for their weaknesses more than they fight for their purpose. Stop being loyal to a life you no longer belong to. Stop being loyal to a mindset that hurts you. Stop being loyal to self-sabotage disguised as "that's just how I am." You are not fixed. You are not finished. You are unfolding. And while you're climbing, while you're growing, while you're pushing yourself to new heights, you must also protect your circle. Not everyone deserves access to your energy. Not everyone deserves a seat in your life. Some people fuel you, some people drain you. Some push you forward, some pull you backward. You've got to have the courage to let go of the ones who can't grow with you. You're not abandoning them, you're protecting your destiny. You can love people and still stay away from them. You can care about someone and still refuse to let them pull you back into who you used to be. You have to surround yourself with people who speak life into you. People who see possibility in your eyes, not limits. People who challenge you to rise higher. People who clap for you when you win, not when you fall. People who don't fear your growth but fuel it. If you can't find that environment, build it. If you don't have that support, become it for yourself. Don't wait for someone else to validate your journey. Validate it with your actions, and hear this with conviction. The moment you take responsibility for your life is the moment your life changes. Responsibility is not a burden, it is a weapon. It means your future is in your hands, not in the hands of your past. It means your destiny is shaped by your choices, not your circumstances. It means you are no longer a passenger. You are the driver. No more blaming, no more pointing fingers, no more waiting on miracles you refuse to work for. The world owes you nothing, but you owe yourself everything. You owe yourself peace. You owe yourself discipline. You owe yourself self-respect. You owe yourself effort. You owe yourself growth. You owe yourself the life you keep imagining when no one is looking. And don't let fear trick you into thinking small. Fear is loud, but it is also a liar. It whispers scenarios that will never happen. It paints disaster on the walls of your mind. But fear cannot stop you unless you bow to it. Courage isn't about eliminating fear. Courage is choosing to move forward even while fear shouts in your ear. You cannot be brave without fear. You cannot grow without discomfort. You cannot reach the next level without leaving something behind. Some of you are carrying guilt for things you cannot change. Some of you are holding on to shame for mistakes that taught you lessons you needed. Some of you are trapped in the memory of who you used to be. But hear me, you are not your past. You are not your failures. You are not your worst moments. Those were chapters, not your entire story. Stop rereading the pages that hurt you. The next chapter is waiting, but it won't begin until you close the old one. You've got to believe in your potential, even when your environment doesn't. You've got to see greatness in yourself, even when you're surrounded by mediocrity. You've got to trust that something inside you is greater than anything trying to break you. When you walk with belief, the world eventually adjusts. When you walk with doubt, the world always confirms it. Your mind is the battlefield, and victory begins with the decision to think differently. Start telling yourself the truth. The truth is, you are stronger than your fears. The truth is, you are more capable than you admit. The truth is, your vision wasn't given to you by accident. The truth is, you have survived moments that would have destroyed others. The truth is, you're still here, still fighting, still standing, so don't you dare underestimate yourself. Every day gives you two choices: evolve or repeat, growth or comfort, discipline or regret. You won't always choose the right one, but you must choose the honest one. You must choose the one that pulls you toward your higher self, not the one that drags you back into your old shadows. And when the days feel heavy, when your steps feel slow, when your mind feels clouded, remind yourself why you started. Remind yourself who you're becoming. Remind yourself what is at stake. Your future is not just about you, it's about everyone you will inspire, everyone you will help, everyone you will prove wrong, everyone who will look at your story and say, if they made it, so can I. You are not just building a life. You are building a legacy. You are building endurance. You are building character. You are building strength. You are building a version of yourself that will make your former self proud. Don't run from the grind. Don't hide from the responsibility. Don't fear the unknown. Lean into the fire. Lean into the discomfort. Lean into the work. Because the future you want is waiting on the other side of the effort you've been avoiding. And if you ever doubt your path, if you ever question your direction, if you ever wonder whether your sacrifices are worth it, remind yourself of this simple truth: the world changes when you change. Your life changes when you change. Your destiny changes when you change. Not when you wish, not when you hope, when you change. Keep listening. Keep moving. Keep becoming.